Learn English with a short story. The Blind Girl in the War. Long ago, in the 19th century, there was a small village on the border of two countries. Life was peaceful until one day, news of war arrived. Soldiers were marching, and the villagers were frightened. Lila lived here with her father. She could not see, but her other senses were sharp. Lila's father was strong and brave. Every day he taught her how to move safely in the world without sight. Listen carefully, Lila. The world speaks to you in sounds, he said. Lila felt safe when he was near. Suddenly, one night, the village shook with noise. Drums and shouting came closer. Smoke filled the air. People ran in panic, leaving everything behind. Lila clutched her father's hand tightly, terrified. The next morning, soldiers stormed into the village. They were looking for men to capture. Lila's father tried to hide, but the soldiers were too many. One of them grabbed him roughly and dragged him away. Lila screamed, but her voice was swallowed by the chaos. Alone, Lila felt the world collapse. The village was empty, silent, except for the distant cries of the captured. Tears blurred her mind, but anger and determination grew in her heart. She would not let the soldiers keep her father. She packed a small bag with bread and water. Listening carefully to the sounds around her, she left the ruined village. The forest ahead was dark and full of danger. Every crack of a branch made her heart leap. The first night in the forest, she stumbled over roots and rocks. Wolves howled in the distance, and owls hooted overhead. Her heart raced, but she whispered to herself, "I can do this. I must save him." Lila followed the sound of a small stream. It gave her direction and comfort. She heard birds hiding and animals moving quietly. Each sound became a guide. She moved slowly, feeling every stone and branch beneath her feet. On the second night, she heard voices. Soldiers were patrolling nearby. Lila pressed herself against a tree, barely breathing. She counted their steps and waited until the soldiers moved away. Her pulse was loud in her ears. Days passed. Hunger and fatigue made her legs ache. She found berries and roots to eat and drank from streams. She imagined her father's hand in hers. That memory gave her courage to continue. One evening, she met an old woman in a hidden cabin. The woman gave her warm food and whispered, "Danger is close. Move quietly and trust your ears." Lila thanked her and rested, knowing tomorrow would be harder. The next morning, the enemy camp was near. Lila's ears caught every sound: clanking chains, whispered commands, the shuffle of boots. Her heart thumped with fear and hope at the same time. Hiding behind a bush, she finally heard her father's voice calling softly. Relief and fear collided in her chest. She whispered back, "I'm here, Father. Hold on." Every step closer made her feel both excitement and terror. She found a weak spot in the camp fence. Guards were alert, but she waited for the perfect moment. Her father was tied under a tree, shivering and hungry. Lila's heart broke seeing him like this. "Stay quiet and follow me," she whispered. Her father nodded, trusting her completely. Together, They crawled through the grass, avoiding the guards' shadows. Each second felt endless, and every noise could mean capture. Outside the camp, the forest welcomed them with darkness. They ran quietly, listening for pursuit. Branches cracked under their feet, but the sound was softer than the soldiers' footsteps behind them. At dawn, they reached a river. The water was cold and fast, but Leela guided her father across. His hand squeezed hers in gratitude. They were exhausted, but a surge of relief and triumph filled them. Their journey back to the village was slow and careful. Enemy scouts could be anywhere. Lila's senses guided them through the trees, over stones, and past hidden dangers. Every step was a victory. Finally, they reached the empty village. Houses were broken and fields were abandoned, but their home was still standing. They hugged tightly, feeling that nothing else mattered. Leela had saved her father against impossible odds. They stayed in the village, slowly rebuilding their lives. Leela felt stronger, braver, and more alive than ever. The war was still out there, but she had learned that courage, love, and determination could overcome any darkness. Thank you for listening to our story. We hope you enjoyed it. If you liked this video, please give it a like and follow our channel, English Story Classroom. We are very happy to share more stories with you. Bye for now, and see you in the next video.